Do you know you're watching 5 Minutes Funnier?
Hi, and welcome back to 5 Minutes Funnier, the comedy how-to. I'm Jimmy England, and I'm here to help people who are starting off in stand-up comedy, people who have done comedy for a while or just looking for a tip or a trick or a hack that they might be able to use in their act, or people who just want to learn how to be funnier, whether you're doing a speech at a wedding or telling a joke at a funeral. Well, I don't know what you do with your spare time. What I want to talk about today, though, is probably one of the base concepts of comedy, which is knowing where the punchline is. When you know where the punchline is, or the laugh really, you know that's the point you have to pause to allow the audience to laugh. Let me demonstrate with something from my act. No, I'm surprised I'm married, because growing up I used to tower over women. It made me very self-conscious. But my mother, God bless her, she said, women love to dance with tall men. My mother is from a generation who found it very romantic to dance cheek to testicle. Also known as ballroom dancing. Interesting story about that joke. I did it for the first time back in the 1970s. Back then I only did comedy for maybe 10 times, and then I gave it up because I had a family and a job, and comedy requires a lot of dedication, and I just couldn't give it the time that it required. Back then the joke was cheek to kneecap, which got a modest laugh on occasion, but was never a big winner. But about 8 years ago, when I came back to stand up, it's the only joke I resurrected, only this time I got a little smarter and said cheek to testicle, and that joke gets a bigger laugh as a result. The other half of the equation is that I also make it look like I'm dancing there for a minute, and that makes a significant difference because people can see the concept a little bit clearer. But then you can hear me pause, and I'm pausing to let the audience laugh because I know they're going to laugh at that point. And then I hit them with my follow-up line, which, by the way, my wife gave me. That was her idea. And although it may not show up on the clip that I just did, there's a big pause after that to allow the audience to laugh. The thing is, if you don't know where the laughs are, you don't know where to give the audience room to laugh, and they need that. If you just keep running on, the audience kind of senses then that you're not sure where the funny bits are. And as a result, they start wondering whether they should laugh or not, and you're going to lose the audience. You're going to step on potential laughs because you ran on. So you need to go through all your jokes now and identify those words, that phrase, that point where the audience is going to laugh, and then pause. Now, I'll be honest with you, you're not always going to guess right. Sometimes you're going to have to do that pause, and it's going to be eerily quiet. When that happens, it's always a good idea to have a saver. Now, really, it doesn't take much. All you have to do is admit you made a mistake with that joke. Audience loves that. They love being in on the fact that the joke didn't work, and you acknowledge it. It really doesn't matter. You don't have to be terribly clever. You just have to say, oh, that joke didn't work, and I will guarantee you will get the laugh. But the point is, when you're doing comedy, what you're doing is building up a rhythm that's very important for your audience. The audience begins to know when the laughs are supposed to come because they understand where the pauses are that you're allowing them to laugh at. Now, next time we're going to talk about a secret that every successful comedian knows. It's out there in plain sight, but you're probably not aware of it. And I'm going to let you know what that secret is. I'm Jimmy England for, what am I here for? Oh yes, I'm here for 5 Minutes Funnier. Please subscribe, by the way. We'd love that if you do that. And I'll see you next time, and stay safe.